So first, a few words about process intelligence. One of the key ideas here is that when you look at your business processes, while they may run on a CRM or an ECM system, what we have found over many years of working with customers is that most of the business processes that people care about actually span multiple of these systems of record. So regardless of what tools these underlying systems provide to visualize what's going on within those systems, you still can't get a view of an entire business process typically from within any of these systems, because you need to look at distributed processes that cross these systems. And that's why process mining and process intelligence pull in data from all of these systems and use the data that we're getting from these systems to then construct a digital twin, a process digital twin, or a model of what your process looks like. And that model is optimized both for visualization as well as for being able to analyze this. And this is an important point, because some people would ask, well, I've got all the data from all my systems loaded into a data warehouse. Why do I need process mining or process intelligence? And the reason for that would be that data warehouse and even a business intelligence system isn't structured to be able to understand processes. They see individual data points, they can aggregate them into metrics, but they don't see the connections between processes and allow you to reason or visualize over processes. And that's where process mining and process intelligence come in. It's also worth note that when we think about process mining, as we might see represented on the left here, you've got a lot of various systems of record and databases, and you can pull data from these that represent every step in your process into your process intelligence system to build up that model of what's actually happening under the covers across all these systems in any process instance. But in addition to process mining, where you're pulling from your systems of record, you also have a situation where you might have manually done tasks. So for instance, if someone goes out to the internet and searches for something, and based on what they find, they might paste that into an Excel spreadsheet, and then they might generate an email from that. Well, those actions wouldn't necessarily generate entries in any system of record or log file that would enable you to use process mining, but with task mining, you can record what's going on these individual desktops and then use that information within the process intelligence system that includes process mining and task mining. And by the way, when you're looking at recording what users are doing, it's worth note that one approach would be to install a single recorder, and in that way you would be able to, for instance, monitor one of your more experienced users and see the steps that they go through and have what some might think of as the happy path recorded and use that to guide automation efforts. But a more complete understanding of what's going on would be gained by instead having multiple recorders on multiple users' desktops and recording the information from a whole set of users. And of course, you can compare across how the process is done by one user versus another. But fundamentally, what this means is that you get a picture of what's actually happening in your process, in the manual portions of your process, not just an idealized version of what one highly trained person would be doing. So by looking at process mining and task mining together, process intelligence can give you more complete information about these systems that you want to be able to monitor and understand the performance of.